I would like to, if you wouldn't mind, get a little boob chat in, if that's okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Just
Yeah.
to
So we're here for, right?
yeah, eventually. But I mean, obviously, but I mean,
Right.
don't get me wrong, there's a lot of interesting things, and I wish we could unpack them even more.
Right.
So, but so you're but it's interesting because you're more known for your butt, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So your boobs have always been more like a secondary feature that people haven't been as focused on with you.
Yeah, that's because I've always put the focus on my butt, right? Because
Sure.
that's what everybody was wanting to look at anyways.
Yeah,
And
the twerking. So
right. And so that's back here. So they never, it's hard to emphasize both at the same time.
True.
So it was like, pick one or the other, right?
Yeah. Have you had people that are more into your boobs though than your butt, or has it been?
I've had a few people, but when you pick a niche, then you
stick
tend
with
to
it.
you stick with it until it's just not that anymore, right? And then also, my boobs are a really funny thing to me because, when I used to dance, guys were always like trying to guess boob sizes. I don't know why you guys do that, but the guys would be like, "What are you like a?" They'd be like, "What are you like a? Like a 36B?" And I'm like, "No, I don't even think I had a B bra. I think I went from like no titties to like a C cup, right?
Yeah.
And then from a C cup, like I was a 34C for a long time, and then all of a sudden I went up to a D cup. I was like, oh, hey there,
okay, all right,
hey, oh, right,
and they just grew. There was nothing like that would prompted that. Like no weight. Okay, interesting.
Not at first.
Okay.
Not at first, right? So then at one point, like I think I was like a 32D for like my late 20s, right?
Okay.
And then I went to Alaska to dance, and I thought I'm going to get a boob job because I know the girls that have augmented breasts, they always made more money. Didn't matter how terrible their boob job was, they would always make more money.
Big boobs tend, yeah.
Right. And so I was like, all right, maybe I'll just do this, right? Well, I gained weight up there because the atmosphere is different.
Interesting. Huh.
And so I gained weight, and I was like, and it was in my boobs and in my butt. I know, right?
Boy, if that isn't the best pitch to move to Alaska, move here and your butt and your curves will grow. Your boobs will grow.
They will grow.
Yeah.
They will grow. And so then I gained that little bit of weight, and they just never went down. Right. And so, but it was still funny because the guys at the strip club would still think
you got a job,
that I was like a C cup. They would just be like, oh, are you like a C cup? And I'm like, no, I'm like a triple D. And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I wish I could wear a C cup. Then I'd have prettier bras, but I can't. I have, and then I gained weight again last year. And now I'm a 34G.
Wow.
Good God. Yes.
So
like great Google and Moogle. So
how's it been then since like do you like the fact that they've gotten bigger, or is it something that's just kind of been, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm fine with them being bigger. It's just the problem is the bigger your boobs get, the uglier the bras get.
Yeah, that's I don't know how there isn't a like there's got to be somebody who should make like nice looking bras. Maybe if they're custom. I know that there are customs out there, but they cost a lot to get those. But
let me explain.
Okay.
So I worked at I guess I probably shouldn't say their name on here because they might get mad, but I worked in a bra department of a store.
Okay. Sure.
Not a super high-end store, but a pretty decently.
All right.
Yeah, okay. And what I realized is that the reason why the bras aren't as pretty the bigger they are is because they're almost like orthopedic bras.
Okay.
Because these suckers are heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having like, say for instance, like this bra is a Victoria's Secret and it has these little strappies on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is killing my shoulder.
Really?
It's cutting in and causing this dent in my shoulder because my boobs are so heavy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you need a thicker band to hold these puppies up.
And then, yeah.
And then the gore, which is this part.
Okay.
This part right here should be sitting flush against you.
Okay.
And it's so hard to find bras that do that. And when the gore is sitting flush, it will pull your breast apart and hold them better into place.
Okay.
And then you have the back part, right?
All right.
The band back here. When it's small like that, it's supposed to be in alignment here. Okay. It's supposed to be like a straight line. But when you're so top heavy, then that back part will be like rising way up above your back. And it's just like your boobs have no support. Okay. So you have to have a thicker band in the back and thicker around here, and then a thicker here to hold all of this mass up. So to make the bra pretty after you've added all of that stuff, it is kind of hard to do that.
So essentially it's just because the function is the more important aspect of it as opposed to looking nice. Cause from what I understand, cause I've talked to women that, they'll have bras that they really like, but they're very uncomfortable and they're painful because they don't support them the right way or they don't hold them in the right way. But so I guess that's an issue that can never really be overcome then? Like,
no, I think it can. And honestly, with so many women getting augmented breasts now, I feel like somebody really does need to step up and be like, okay, let's take this orthopedic kind of bra.
Yes.
And let's figure out how to make it at least look pretty. Now, there are a couple of lines. I don't want to say they're all ugly because it's not true. There are some other lines, and I can't remember off the top of my head what they are. But you have to understand, like, when you get to these bigger bras, they'll cost you like $100, $150.
Yeah, they're expensive.
You know what I'm saying? And then they don't last very long. Like, yeah, you can use the bra cleaner and all that kind of stuff, line dry it and all that kind of stuff. But if you think about it, like, when you're that busty, like, you need 3 bras. Okay. One to wear. One will be in the wash, and then one is for the backup. Okay. So 3 good bras, let's just say.
A bare minimum.
If you're looking at like $100 a piece, that's $300.
Yeah. Minimum.
You know what I'm saying? And like, who can afford that?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Well, and think about some women that with their boobs are, and I'll just use natural just as a reference because with the sizes, it's funny with augmented boobs nowadays, people don't say like cup size, or they say the CC, the number, the capacity of whatever is in there. So I'm at 2,000 cc's. I'm at 3,000 cc's.
And I'm like,
yeah, right. As opposed to natural, which is still like, oh, I'm a 34G or I'm a 36F. Like, they're still using more bra related terms. But like, when you see some of these women that are like in the LM range, like they're in the middle of the alphabet. And so the bras that they're wearing are just like, those are probably upwards of $200+ because of how large they are.